Oh, there you are. How are you? So you just going to pop into my video, not leave me a comment, not hit the little thumbs up like button, not even do as much as subscribe? That's a little rude. I'm kidding. You're entitled to do whatever you want, but if you're inspired to do any of those things, I would greatly appreciate that. AlexTheAbstact here, and what I have going on today is yet another build video. But instead of doing an entire house, I am going to do a bedroom. And when I say a bedroom, oh, this is a bedroom. This is like I can't think of anything fancy right now. This is like fried bologna on a cold winter's day with tomato soup and cheese fancy. This is like getting gas and putting 93 in your gas tank. I'm talking about fancy. Spelled F-H-A-N-C. This is straight fancy. Nah, all jokes aside, what I've been doing in the last couple of videos for my channel, I've been doing builds, trying to build like little starter homes of different sorts. I did like a traditional starter, I did a couple of modern starters, I even did a micro modern starter. And yes, I decided, you know what, maybe I'll build a master house or a elaborate, like just kooky house, and maybe I'll do it bedroom or room by room just to see how it comes together. So as you're watching this video right now, this is literally just a bedroom. It may look like a multi-purpose room, but just imagine you got your money where you want it to be and you have some money to spend. You've donated to charity, you've given God his 10%, you're taking care of your mother, you're taking care of your father, and the sibling you love, and that one sibling you don't necessarily love so much. But then you say to yourself, I think it's time to take care of me. Well, when you got enough money to do all of that and you still have a lot of money left over, this is the kind of bedroom I imagine someone with that type of money being able to just, like, I don't know, spoil themselves with. So it's not my master bedroom, it's not my dream master bedroom is what I meant to say, or anything like that. It was just me kind of having fun. I was like, how much money does one really need to have in order to have a sizable swimming pool in their bedroom? And then that question turned into, well, if they're going to have a swimming pool in there, what else would they need? I personally would not want to swim in my bedroom and then have to get up, walk down a long hallway or even across the hall to a bathroom to shower and do everything in between. I want to be able to get out the pool, go right to the shower, and then after that, dry off, lotion up, and then, I don't know, sit down in my bed and watch Netflix, watch The Walking Dead, or get caught up on Issa Rae's Insecure, or even watch some of my favorite movies that I'm not going to list right now. Any given Sunday's one of them. But yeah, I just thought to myself, what all could I put in the bedroom to make it feel like if I had to, I would probably never ever leave this bed. I would be okay never leaving this bedroom again. So I kind of took that into my imagination, and it took me a little while to understand exactly where I was going to go with this bedroom, but I must say it came out pretty cool in my opinion. So what you see right now is the open or the exposed bathroom being built. It does have its little locker style fancy cabinet. I love the color. That's one of my favorite shades of blue or favorite shades of green, depending on who you, I don't know. Oh, one, depending on how your monitor or your cell phone's color is set up. And then two, depending on if you're a half empty or half full kind of person. You can argue what you want to about that. So as I continue to go through this build, as you can tell, it's pre-recorded. There's two things I want to get out the way. Number one, if you hear like a lawnmower or like some running spark noise in my background, I apologize. I have gas. Totally kidding. There's a kid in the neighborhood with a mini bike, and the thing is the loudest little piece of junk I've ever heard. And they just fly up and down the street. Usually Thursdays or Tuesdays or Monday, whatever day I'm trying to record, that's when they want to jump on this thing. It never ever fails. I haven't heard it in the last 20 minutes, so maybe they are done. But that's number one. Number two is I gotta shout out YouTube channel Sharky's Hood, and that is Sharky's with the apostrophe S at the end, Sharky's Hood. Since I started my channel, she's just been showing me a lot of love and participating in my little challenges, and she's very responsive, and her video contents are pretty good. She's hilarious, as a matter of fact. I think my favorite so far is she did a remake of the Sanford and Son television show using The Sims, and I love when people use video games like Grand Theft Auto and The Sims to kick out cinema content, especially when it's based off an existing product, whether it be a film or a scene from a movie, or especially original stuff. I don't want to say his name wrong. One of my other favorite YouTube channels right now, for that very reason, I think his name is Dugggy, D-U-G-G-Y. This person they shoot and frame shots and manipulate Grand Theft Auto like nobody else. I literally found myself the other day at work watching this channel, and next thing I know, my whole lunch break went by, and I was like, oh man, I should get back to work. And for the sake of me sounding like a really good employee, let's say I got back to work. Yeah, we'll say that. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Anyways, so as I continue this build, you can also see, as I'm talking about the holistic purposing of this room, you have a swimming pool, you have a changing area. Why not have a bar? Especially if you're gonna have, I don't know, maybe some like guest over, or that one special guest person over, and you know, you trying to advance the relationship to a certain level of intimacy. For the people who know what I'm saying, they know what I'm saying, and for the people who don't know, yeah, use your imagination. So for that style of interaction on The Sims, why not have a swimming pool where people have to come over, you just say, hey, you want to see my pool? The person you're crushing on, you get them in the pool, y'all having fun, you conversating, it's time to get out the pool. Well, guess what? Now they need to go change, and, you know, if that's your angle, that's your angle. Me personally, I like my Sims to have long-lasting, loving relationships. They ain't out there thotting around and just slaying people left or right. Nah, they're all married and booed up. And if you don't believe that, you can watch my Banks video, and you'll see, like, the parents in that video, they've been together so long that they starting to look alike. You know how they say the more time you spend with somebody, the more you start to look like them? Trust me, these two are starting to look alike. But that's a whole nother story for a different day. You gotta watch those videos to understand what I'm saying. And so while I'm watching this, I'm gonna try to multitask. I'm not very good at it. You will notice that I went with this like cool kind of vibe where I was trying to put a hipster poster up and put some decorations on the wall. And then I was like, wait a minute, I could actually fit a billboard in this bedroom. And it's not even taking up the entire bedroom. It's taking up half of the bedroom. First of all, that is what I mean when I say fancy, elaborate bedroom. It's damn near dramatic. Who can fit a billboard in their bedroom? Who? The person who has that much money? Please leave me a comment below. We got some things to talk about. You don't even have to give me $1. You just got to tell me what you do for a living and how you got there, because if you're making that much money, you need to share at least the intellectual wealth so that people like myself can get on. That's all I'm saying. And if you do want to send me some money, again, leave me some comments down below. I got kids. I got technology needs. I got a movie that needs to probably get funded. There's a lot of things going on in my life that I could use some extra chips on right now. But I love you guys so much that I'm spending time putting together these videos. They relax me too. I ain't gonna lie. I have fun doing it. I have probably too much fun making these videos. Alright, so now that I got all of that unnecessary dialogue out the way, I kind of want to talk to you guys for a second. I know that this would probably work better if it was a live chat, therefore you guys would be active in the comments, but even timestamp it down below and respond to whatever it is you want to respond to in the comment section. And if you check out my other videos, I really make an effort to go and respond to almost every comment, even if it's just me hitting that little like button or the thumbs up button. That lets you know that I read it, and more than likely I read it and I laughed, or I got some type of feel good feeling out of it, and I appreciate that. So you took the time to show me some love. I'm gonna definitely return the favor. So one thing right now, as I'm watching the video and talking to you all, right here, you'll learn this about all my modern builds. I love glass. I love glass in houses. I don't necessarily care for mirrors too much, but I love rooms inside of rooms. I love glass walls, and I love like these, I don't know if canopy is the type of word, but almost like how his bedroom is encased in this like trophy display situation almost. Yeah, I didn't seek out doing that, but once I saw how much space we had in the room, I was like, this might look cool in here. Let me put this together. So in the real world, if this was my house or my room in particular, I would have something like that around my bedroom, and I would have like alternating lights built into the covering of the bed that could either project like stars on the wall or create these like really pretty light shows, just things that would kind of be relaxing and different, all wrapped up in one. As my name is AlexTheAbstact, I would try to have abstract things in the bedroom, as you can imagine. So yeah, getting back to the conversation piece, I want to holler at y'all for a second. So today at work, right? We're sitting here, we're having a meeting. One of the young ladies at my job was doing a really good presentation on, I think it was more about stress management than anything else, especially when dealing with change. And she proposed a really good question. Me in particular, I think I'm a pretty flexible person. I don't always like change initially, but I do go out of my way to embrace change because I'm the person who moved from North Carolina when I graduated college to live in Washington, D.C., and then moved from Washington, D.C. to Los Angeles, and am not opposed to moving to Canada at one point. So with all of that being said, although I'm not the biggest fan of change, I do go out of the way to embrace it. So during this conversation today, or this dialogue today at work, the question when dealing with change got proposed, and it said, how do you deal with change? What is your method, or what are your techniques for dealing with change? Before I dive into it, I'm going to give you a heads up. My family is returning, so if you hear noise in the background, I apologize. Hopefully the music will mask it, but they live here too, so we got to share the space, which is awesome. So in dealing with change, I want to know, are you opposed to change? How do you react? How do you respond to change? And I'm talking about from the smallest things where I'm very resistant to changing my cell phone. You can ask my wife. I get a cell phone, I get the numbers in there, I get my background looking the way I want to, I get my home page and all my widgets set up beautifully, and then by the time I get used to the phone, the newest one came out, or mine's starting to show its age or how far behind it is on the technology scale, and boom, I gotta get in the cell phone. I hate that. I hate that whole process of having to learn a new phone. I hate that entire process of having to deal with with having to reprogram it, get it looking the way it needs to look, and then also just learning the new technology that may be on the phone itself. Right now, I'm gonna sound real old. I'm gonna sound like a fuddy-duddy or some like 90-year-old get off my lawn kind of guy, but I had a cell phone far too long, and my wife found me a really good deal on a Galaxy, which I had a Galaxy 2 phones before this one, but I was like, I don't want to go through all of that again. I get the phone, and I just discovered last year that I can unlock my phone with my thumbprint. And I was like, I knew this was technology, but I never used it. I knew it was a thing, but I never used it. And when I did, I was like, I was hesitant at first because I was like, what if my phone locks up and I can't get in it when I need to, especially when I'm driving? What if I just have pizza and it's so greasy that it smears the reader on the phone, and then I can't get in my phone and I'm getting chased by like a pack of wolves? And what's that boy's name from, is Malia behind me? What's that book you were reading about werewolves and vampires? Yeah, and that Jacob boy is chasing me. I'm gonna need to get into my phone, you know, and I'm gonna be like, hey, I gotta call 911 right now. I don't know why I'm talking to 911 and saying that, but I'm scared and I had to leave my pizza behind. I'm malnourished, damn it, so I'm struggling. But yeah, so like that's one piece of technology. That's just a small example of how resistant to change I am. Because yeah, it's cool to have the access to that, and it is necessary. But it was at the same time like one of those things where I'm just kind of like, I don't want to have to relearn stuff. So maybe I'm not resistant to change. Maybe I'm lazy. But the question that proposes is, are you resistant to change? How do you deal with change? And when it's something that you really don't want to let go, but you have to, how do you approach that? Do you just kind of make your mind up and go with the flow? Or do you resist all the way up to the end? Some things I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And other things, you got to force it out of me. You got to take it out of my hand, smack my hand like a 5th grader and say, let it go. Let it go now. I said 5th grader, I meant 5-year-old. If you got to talk to a 5th grader like that, I ain't gonna say what didn't happen while they were younger in life. But anyways, so that's my number one question. I do want to know what your feedback is and your opinion is on that. So do leave me some comments down below. And the other thing that my coworker did during her presentation today was she proposed a question or instructions, and she said first, the person to the right of you was sitting in a big old conference room. There's about 12 of us. We're all smacking down some Nazo's Bakery in downtown LA, which if you're ever in LA, you got to get Nazo's. They have the best strawberry cheese Danish in the entire world. But that's besides the point. So we're in this conference room, we're smacking down sandwiches, and we're leaving a little bit of room for these Danishes. And she proposes the question. She proposes this exercise. She tells us to look to the person to our right and tell them one good thing that we appreciate about them. So one by one, it's like kumbaya moment. Everybody's saying what they value about their coworker or what they value about the person beside them. So that's cool. Everybody did it quickly. Everybody had like some sincere things to say, and it was a good little moment. So then she's talking about self-help and learning to deal with change and being aware of these things about yourself. And so she then takes that same question and she turns it around. She says, now look at yourself, and when I call your name, I want you to say something that you like about yourself. Man, if you would have saw the faces in the room, I mean, it was like she was asking you to kill your brother or asking you to like slap your mama with a dirty toenail or something. Like the amount of anxiety that came on people's faces when she proposed that exercise. Tell me something that you like about yourself. If you would have saw the anxiety that came across everyone's face in the room, oh my goodness, it was kind of sad, because it was a complete contrast of you being able to look at your neighbor and immediately identify something you like about that person. But then when it's your turn to say that about yourself, people couldn't do it. And I was just like, wow, I was mind blown by that. Because me personally, me, myself, and I love me some me. And I don't know, like, I hope it's not on a conceited level. I don't think so. But ultimately, at the end of the day, there are things that I hate about myself. There are things that I am not a big fan of and I'm working to change about myself. And then there are things I absolutely love about myself. So what I want to do is run that exercise with you guys in the comments below. What is one thing that you like about yourself? And if you have more than one thing, absolutely list them. I want to see how people are feeling about themselves in a positive light. Are you good at a particular sport? Are you good at writing and reading? Do you like the fact that you are patient? Or do you like the fact that you are pushy? Or that you are the type of person who can walk into a room knowing nobody and leave the room knowing everybody? Like on some Captain Charisma, like my youngest son. What do you like about yourself? So I'm going to do the exercise with you guys right now. And one thing I absolutely love about myself is the fact that I love that I have very active hands-on dad, and like a old school provider at the same time. I believe in nurturing kids. I believe in letting my children be themselves. But at the same time, I believe in correcting them when they're too out of control and bringing them back down to reality when they're too far or too big for their own britches, as my mom would say when I was younger. But at the same time, I also like being able to play video games with my kids, and I like being able to take them to the park and play basketball with them, wrestle with them, drawing and coloring with my daughter, listening to music, even though they have really, really interesting taste in music right now. Still, being able to listen to their music and see what attracts their ear and things like that. So I do like that about myself, because I think there are, one, a lot of people out there whose parents, especially their dad, isn't hands-on like that, and then two, unfortunately, some people just don't even get the opportunity to have that interaction with their parents. And I got to thank both my parents for setting me up to be this type of father. My mom was very hands-on, and my dad was a provider. So I got my nurturing side from my mom, and I got my need to provide from my dad, because no matter what we needed, at the end of the day, my dad went out of his way to make sure it got done. And I feel like I'm that same kind of parent when it comes to making sure my kids get what they need. So that's probably number two. Number two is probably that I like that I'm a provider, that when my wife can't get it and our family needs it, or my kids can't do for themselves and we need it, that they can come to me, and one way or another they know it's going to get done. Hopefully I can ask them, when's the last time you needed something that we just couldn't get? Not something they wanted, but needed, and you just couldn't get it. Hopefully they can look at me and say, you know what? I can't remember. And that is something I feel confident and very proud to be able to say, and I do like that about myself. So again, let me know what you like down below as well. And on that note, we are going to do the house tour.